guys, how are you doing today? Wanted to get you over your hump with another Facebook Live video. So if you don't know now, you know, I'm going to go live a lot more. I know you guys are like, well, where is she? What's she doing? She ain't never live on here, but she always live on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. So now I'm going to give you the love that you deserve. So today we're going to talk about emotionally unavailable men. Men who are just uninvested emotionally. And I'm going to tell you what that looks like. For me personally, I've personally had experience with dating guys. Now, this has been years ago, but dating guys who were just not that into me. Now, they would say, oh, you're attractive, and they would like my personality. But as far as a commitment, a long-term relationship, for the most part, they were like, not into you. They didn't come out and say it, but their actions definitely said it. So if you feel like you're in a relationship, situationship, friends with benefits type of deal, or in a full-blown marriage, then you need to recognize the signs of someone just not being fully emotionally invested in you. The first thing is typically from the gate, because how it starts is how it shall be. So from the gate, typically that guy will be disconnected. He'll try to charge in a little bit because he wants to know, hey, I'm trying to pursue you. I want to get to know you. So he'll do like the easy stuff. How hard is it to get your number and talk to you? It's not hard at all. So he'll do that. However, early on in your conversations and maybe on the first encounter or date, it will be some form of a disconnect. Typically, the man that is not really interested in you and invested in you is going to be very broad when it comes to his background, maybe how he grew up, his siblings, his family. He's going to be very broad, specifically when it comes to his previous relationship, how they broke up, if he learned anything from it. And I put this in my book, Hello, My Name is Single. And I was like, the guy that has this kind of response, when you just ask him a question like, so what happened with your last relationship? Why did you guys break up? What did you learn from that relationship? Did you do anything that you regret? If you ask those kinds of probing questions that are appropriate, that are healthy to ask when getting to know someone, they will then deflect and or divert from the question. They won't take ownership. They'll blame the ex for being crazy, and or they'll just say, hey, why you got to know all that? What's done is done, and it just didn't work out. I'm sorry, not sorry. That is a red flag. Another thing you'll notice about a guy that is simply emotionally checked out, uninvested, uninterested, is that he will tend to be, I got my notes down here because I can't remember all these things and I want to make sure I got them all because it came out my head, but then if I don't write it down, I may forget it. So the next thing is they will tend to be wishy-washy. Like they up, they down, they all around. I remember when I was listening to Esther Hicks. Have you guys ever heard of Esther Hicks, aka Abraham Hicks? She is all about the law of attraction. And I remember listening to something random that she was talking about. And she says that typically in life, you can get, in dealing with people, you can get a mixed bag of energy. They can give you a lot of good, but then the bad and the not so good energy can be so overwhelming that it overshadows and it overrides the good things. So if you're in a relationship or in a situationship with someone and they do have good, because all of us as humans, all of us have good qualities and not so good characteristics and qualities about ourselves. However, if his not so good qualities when it comes to his character and being invested emotionally overrides, outshines his good qualities, then chances are you need to go ahead and either address it, because I'm not saying just because he's emotionally invested right now, he can't invest later. That's not true. I'm saying you can invest in, address it and see if he can open up more, or maybe you just got to keep it moving. The last thing you want to do is try to force someone to open up and be emotionally available to you who is just simply incapable of doing it or uninterested and don't want to do it. All right, the third tip, oh goodness, I done moved the whole dang thing, guys. I kicked it, I'm sorry. The third thing is my favorite. I always say, men date with an intent. They intend to be with you long term. They intend to friend zone you, or they intend to F you. I've said it for years and I'll keep saying it. Those are your options. So when it comes to him and how to know if he's really connected to you emotionally, you need to know what his intentions are for you. And you can ask that after a first few dates. You don't have a few dates. Y'all have been talking for a few weeks. And actually, you can ask him what his intentions are for dating in the first date, because that don't have nothing to do with you. So on the first date, what are your intentions for dating right now? And he'll say, well, I'm just going with the flow, or I'm actually dating with the intent to get married. That doesn't mean it's you. That means that's what his intentions are for dating. And then later on, after you've had a few dates, you're talking every day, and you're really getting to know each other and invest quality time with each other, then you need to ask him, hey, what is your intention? If he hasn't told you already. Typically, guys with the intention to be with you long term, they're going to volunteer that information. If they don't volunteer nothing else, they're going to let you know they're trying to be with you. So in that situation, so you're a few weeks in, let's just say a month, then you can ask him, okay, we've been talking for like a month or so. What are your intentions for me? You got to get direct, and you can't be scared. A lot of women are so afraid they're going to ruin something. And if you're that afraid, girl, you don't even need to be dating. Because if you're scared to ask simple questions and you're out of fear that he's going to backhand you or flip a table or blast you out and cuss you out on social media, then you probably shouldn't be dating this individual or anyone. Don't let fear hold you back. You shouldn't be scared to ask simple questions like this anyway, because who signs up to waste their own time? I hope not you. Don't do that. So ask him that. And then from there, when he gives you your intention, whether it is to be with you long term or just go with the flow, it's on you to decide if that's going to work for you. Now, number 4, you'll also notice that a guy who really is emotionally withdrawn, not into you, not into it, not invested, is he'll typically get super laxed. He might come in being laxed, meaning when it comes to dating, he might be the guy that's let's hang out. If you know you're a woman and you know that you ultimately want to be in a relationship, women don't hang out. Kids and monkeys, they hang out and hang around. And you're not a child and you're not an animal, of course. And I'm just using that as an example. So think about it. He gets relaxed. He really ain't trying to go out in public. That's a red flag. He's trying to come over to your house, or he's trying to get you to come over to his house. That's another thing that I pointed out in Hello, My Name is Single, the book. It's all about house calls. Don't be making these house calls. Specifically, if you're really early on, you have no business going over each other's houses or anybody else's houses, his niece, his nephew, his uncle, his cousin, his homeboy, whoever. Do not get stuck in this laxed zone to where you're not going out anywhere. That's not dating. That's just wasting your own time and just setting the scene up in the mood for you to get done up in the bedroom. So just do yourself a favor. Don't even sign up for that nonsense. If and when he wants to take you out, he should know that within the first week of getting your number, period, point blank. Don't make a justification. Don't make an excuse. Don't let him tell you he was busy. It's just all this noise. Cancel out the noise and get to the fact of it. All right. Now the last one, what did I put in here? Oh, here we go. So the last one is, it's important because a lot of women get the hearts in their eyes really fast and they get stuck on stupid really easy. And they look at this guy and they're like, oh, he's charming. Oh, he has a great job. Oh, he has money in the bank. Oh, he has multiple cars. Oh, he has a nice paid for house. Oh, he has a great family. Oh, he takes care of his kids. All these things, right? However, you don't know nothing about him. You don't know anything about his character. You don't know anything about what he does when he gets angry. You don't know what he does, how he reacts when he's sad, mad, happy, depressed. You don't know anything about his previous experiences because he's not letting you in on that. All you know is his name is John Smith and he works at Boeing Jet. And that's all you know. And you know what kind of car he drives. You know his address perhaps. But outside of that, you don't know what's beneath the surface. And you don't know because every time you do ask a simple question, he either gets on the defense, he deflects, he changes the subject, he gets an attitude, or he simply points the finger back at you and puts the question back on you. And next thing you know, you're answering your own question and you don't forget that you asked him the question. So don't get caught up. Don't go for the okie doke. If he's giving you broad answers, for example, I had a guy tell me one time, this has been so long ago, I asked him, like, are you still living with, I think I asked him like something like, are you still living with, or who do you live with? Are you still living with the ex-girlfriend? Why did y'all break up? And he was just like, you know, we broke up. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. No, I don't know how that goes. I don't know nothing. That's why I'm asking you. So you have to be that direct with guys. When they try to give you some broad BS answer, you have to ask a follow-up question and get down to the nitty-gritty. Have no fear. Be Wiley is here. So what do you think about that? Do you think you're in with a guy that's emotionally uninvested? Are you a guy that's watching this, that's emotionally uninvested and just not into whoever it is that you're dating right now? If you are, that is okay. That is okay. To be emotionally not ready to invest. However, it is not okay to expect someone to pour their heart out and be authentic to you and organic and let you in on things behind the scenes and who they are deep down inside and their stories and their past history when you're not letting them know anything outside of what your favorite color is. So reciprocate. That is the name of the game. And if you know you're not emotionally intelligent or mature enough to be open and honest and authentic and vulnerable, then you have no business starting a relationship of any kind with anyone. All right. So that's Coach B. Wiley today. That was your video today. I tried to upload, and I'm still trying, the last Facebook video to my YouTube, but my laptop is filled to the brim. So I'm going to get my computer on. Pray to God I can get my computer on. So if you're not seeing this on Facebook, you can also see it on YouTube. Outside of that, you know where to find me. Coach B. Wiley, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. I'm on TikTok pretty much every single day. So if you like quick, under 3-minute dating, relationship, breakup, and communication tips, TikTok is your friend. Search Coach B. Wiley. If you ever want to ask me a dating, relationship, breakup, communication, you can do that anonymously. You can either do it here, out in the open, on my comments. You can inbox me, shoot me a DM, and you can go on Quora, Quora.com, to ask me your question, and I will be glad to answer. And that's probably what I'm about to do here in a minute, is answer some more B. Wiley questions. So if you're still here, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, share with a friend. Sharing is caring. If you think this message can relate to your sister, your homegirl, or your son, send it to them. Help them help me in getting this positive message out to the masses. All right, guys. Talk to you later.